Hey y'all, this is Lauren here for a throat opening experience. I wanted to talk about my spiritual journey, where it started, how it came to be, and where I am now. Beginning with a little meditation that we can all do together. So go ahead and rub those hands together, bringing the yin and the yang of the body centered, electrified. Pressing those thumbs into the sternum, closing the eyes. In through the nose, deep breath, hold. Out through the mouth, relaxing the shoulders down. Bring the awareness to the top of your head, your crown. Allowing a wave of bright white light to shoot down through you, meeting you at your throat. A beautiful blue diamond shines. The light continues into your heart, pink and green flowing around in your heart space. Connecting your throat and heart. Flowing that light down into your sacral, into your sexual organs, your uterus. Allow that beautiful, creative, feminine energy to rise like a beautiful phoenix. Radiate all of this energy out into your aura, surrounding you, 6 feet around. Beautiful light. You are in your own energy, calling forth the violet flame of protection all around us. Feel how beautiful that energy is, that Saint Germain, beautiful energy. Deep breath in through the nose, hold, and out. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. Beautiful. Thank you for breathing with me. So I want to start back in, let's see, 2016 when I became an auto claims adjuster. Yes, auto claims. Actually, I started working for Travelers before that in general in the operations department. And this is something that I found on my own. I had been in a lot of car accidents before, some my fault and some not. And I had posted on LinkedIn that I was looking for a job as an auto adjuster if anybody knew of any openings. And to my surprise, a girl that I had class with worked for Travelers, and she said that she might know of some. She'll talk to the manager and they'll get back to me. Long and behold, I interviewed with Travelers. 2 weeks later, I had a job in operations, the administrative work for all of the claims center. That's what I worked in. I loved my manager. It was great. I loved the company. I did a lot of desk alongs. I fell in love with it. I loved the money. For the first time, I was making 5 figures after college, and that was amazing after coming from Dick's Sporting Goods as a lead apparel associate. And I was living the life. And I've always wanted to do more. I love accomplishments. And so after 6 months, I was promoted into being an auto claims adjuster. I wanted to be in this position because I wanted to help people. I knew of it from being in accidents, and I thought, what better way to get involved with helping others than get into claims adjusting, which is, different from the cliche, because I learned from talking to some of the VPs that, you don't find claims finds you, but it's the other way around for me. I went out searching for it. And I saw people being there for 25 years, 30 years, loving Travelers. It was one of the best top paying companies in the country, and I felt very blessed to have that position. I had some great managers. I had a lot of people to look up to and get knowledge from, and I definitely utilized my resources while working there, and I was a fast learner, so I excelled in the position. I was one of the more tenured adjusters when I left, and I had only been there for about 3 to 4 years. So quick turnaround, which I quickly came to realize why. Once I got deep in it, I was a yes man and never wanted to make anybody displeased. So I did more work and did more work and did more work. Claims adjusting taught me a lot. It taught me empathy. It taught me sympathy, the difference between them, and how energy can travel in. Helping people in one of the hardest situations in their lives could be a car accident, could be a devastating car accident. Someone might die, someone might be really hurt. You might have to go searching for people. It was a hard job. It's not for the faint of heart, and I handled it really well. It requires a lot of multitasking, a lot of juggling of different things. I would monitor somebody's car repairs, I would take care of their medical bills, I would communicate with attorneys, I would settle claims. I did it all. And in the blended role is something that they had rolled out. I was one of the first people in that, and it was definitely a great experience. I was able to show my knowledge of claims. But quickly down the line, I had realized that I was getting super stressed, and I constantly had back pain, neck pain, and I got some physical therapy. I would get massages, but nothing really worked. And then in 2017, I had a massage therapist who said, "Hey, I'm having a Reiki level 1 training. Why don't you come?" And this is after I told her that I bought my first box of crystals from Etsy, which had all the chakras and then a little thing of sage and a pendulum. And she had just noticed that I was getting into all this spiritual stuff. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just go? My ear is ringing right now. So I threw my money at her and I said, okay, I'll be at the training. And it was something that I did that I really didn't think about. And I always tell people this story is I feel like the things that we do without really thinking, but we know that we're just led by Spirit and God, those are the easiest things. Just trust it. You're pointed there. There's a reason that you invested in it. So I received my level 1 training in January of 2017. I was in a relationship and I had come back from the training and immediately rubbed my hands together and said, "Let me try this on you." And the guy said, "Oh, why are you so hot?" And he felt the energy and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. Later, that Monday following the training, I went to a yoga class and it wasn't a hot class, but everybody around me was talking about after, do you guys feel warm? I felt like I was cultivating a lot more energy after this Reiki training. And for me, I wanted to practice it. It made me excited. And when I got to work, I would practice on people in their cubicles. And one guy even said that it felt like I was doing electronic stimulation on his neck. So I felt like it was getting really powerful and I was helping people. I helped some people with their physical problems and then some with their emotional problems. I started getting oracle decks and would practice with those. And I was really just seeing how I was helping people and I wanted to make it a business. And then later in that year, I made my own sole proprietorship and I was starting to make some money off of it. And I wanted to share more, but I was still in this business. I was still in the matrix. I was still trying to figure out who I was. I was still awakening to my gifts. And I was still trying to figure out where I wanted to be. So, fast forward, I wanted to get out of claims even though I felt like I was really good at it. So I left claims and I went to the other side of the business, still in Travelers, and went to account managing. And I quickly learned that part of the business was not for me. I thought I had done enough research, but I hadn't. It was like a shiny pearl before I got there, and then it kind of melted when I got to the desk. So long and behold, after that, I had put 2 offers on the table for myself, because God always seemed to put 2 choices in front of me, as if I didn't know what I wanted, and if I wanted to take the leap, if I wanted to trust myself. When this is a lesson that I'm seeing now as I talk it out. I was interviewing for a bar fitness assistant manager position, which would be for 2 locations, and then I was also interviewing to go to another regional carrier to be an auto claims adjuster again. And there was like about a $20,000 pay difference, and I was thinking, well, I want to move out of my parents' house. I'm getting to be like 27, 28, and then, but on the other side, I want to be in fitness, I want to manage people, I'm ready. But I followed the money, and anytime I followed the money and didn't follow my heart, it's not that it was a bad decision, but it was just another way of finding a direction. And that's really important to know on a journey, is that you're always going to be course corrected, and you're going to learn the same lessons no matter what decision you make. You can't make a wrong decision, but God will kind of urge you to kind of speed along to find your next step. I ended up really liking the people that I worked with at my regional carrier. Shout out to you guys. And I had a really eye-opening experience with my manager there. And I saw my life kind of how it would be if I was in insurance for another 25 to 30 years. And I think that kind of woke me up. I also was traveling a lot, and I'm really grateful for the insurance business providing me enough compensation and paid time off to be able to do the trips that I did. I think that's one of the reasons why I was there, besides helping a lot of insureds and claimants in their car accidents. But I was able to travel, and that's where I really started to find my light brightening up. I went to Bali, Indonesia in 2019, and I did a lot of prayer and meditation and intention and ceremony to have the courage to overcome obstacles, to overcome my fear. And that was a pivotal moment where I also found my tribe, which was very important, and women who were also trying to get out of the matrix and move on into their aligned soul path. I found my new best friends when I was in Bali, and when I got back, I knew I had to go to Hawaii for some soul cleansing as well. So I went to Hawaii and did a lot of prayer, meditation there. I was in Oahu and Maui, where I found my partner. And then I get back, and I also had a trip to Florida for a bachelorette party. So I went to Florida. So basically in 2019, I was very busy and used up like all my PTO really fast, but I was doing all my practices to build up strength. I also quit drinking for about 6 months to clean my vessel. I did some juice cleansing. I was eating right. I was exercising and treating my body really well. And there was an interaction around a full moon between my boss and I that I knew I had to leave. And I saw myself as a mirror to her, and I felt very disrespected, and I knew that I had to put in my 2 weeks, and then I did. And it was such a good decision, and now we're in 2021, and I haven't worked in insurance since 2019, and it feels really good to not have gone back into that matrix style. I've worked in retail a couple of times, but I've had my schedule, I've set up boundaries now, and I feel good where I'm at. Sometimes I get hard on myself on that I should be somewhere else in the world, or that I should be creating more or doing more, but now that I'm a mother, it's a completely different story. But I wanted to show that it is possible to move out of the matrix, to move out of that system where you're addicted to money and you're addicted to material things and you're addicted to one place where you're comfortable. Last year, I knew that I had to move, so I declared it to Spirit and my ancestors when I was on a hike, and I said, all right, I'm ready for Florida. And I thought that I needed to be in Florida, and I did for a little period of time. And I was working for a fitness company and grateful that they had connections from Baltimore to Florida. So I went down there, and I think that journey of moving away, and I put myself through some fear and overcame it. I drove from Baltimore to Florida by myself. I had done that drive in October before then, and each drive that I make as a solo traveler, I get more and more confident in myself. I like to put myself through these hard things now so that my body knows that I can and will overcome them. And all of that actually led to my birth being really amazing, and for me not having any fear leading up to it, for a little human to pass through me. All of the meditation that I did, I used to go to work and just sit in my car for like 15 minutes and just meditate to some frequency sounds. I would meditate on my lunch break, I would work out, I would learn more and more about how to maintain my anxiety, my depression, my negative thoughts. And I would say that it took a good 2 years for the negative thoughts to really stop. And sometimes they do come back, and I will say that they are never fully off. You just get to turn down the volume. And if you can keep learning how to turn down the volume and have those practices, you're able to move forward with courage. And I had to surround myself with high frequency beings, a new tribe, quit drinking, get out of the bars, start going to fitness classes. And it took that to really move forward in my life. But you have to have courage. And when you pray for fear to go away, make sure that you're calling in that courage. But I don't want to get too far into offering advice, but I do just want to stick on my story. And I hope that it resonates with you. If you're still in a certain system and you want to live into this dream life, it wasn't always butterflies and rainbows. It was hard. Lots of emotions come, feeling ungrounded. Even though I'm living in this beautiful place now, it took a lot of work, a lot of deep inner work. However, the more I treated my vessel with love, the quicker my manifestations would come through. And I was looking in some notebooks from even, 2 years ago, and I wrote living in Maui in 2021. And it's true. So anything that you put your mind to and your hand to, pen to paper, it can become possible. But I learned the set it and forget it way of manifestation. I don't worry about how it's going to happen, but I have a goal in mind, and if I focus on that in meditation, I allow God to bring it to me. And I don't hold any grudges against my 4 years in insurance. It brought me a lot of abundance. It brought me friends, brought me so many skills. It brought me the knowledge to be able to make my own insurance policy confidently. I can offer, when friends have questions, I'm able to explain what coverage is meant to them. And a lot of people get insurance and don't know what they're buying. And I experienced that when I would handle claims and always having to explain things to people. People just don't read what they buy, which is crazy because it's something that you pay for every month. And there should be education about it, or people should educate themselves about what they're buying. It's a hard job, and I do think that it would be great for people to be a claims adjuster, to learn how to talk to people, because it helped me gain a lot more patience with myself and with others, and understanding. I had to have a claim with a woman with Alzheimer's and then work with her daughter. I had to get a recorded statement from somebody who really couldn't remember what happened in an accident, and I didn't judge her, I didn't rush her, I just let her speak, because my grandfather had really bad Alzheimer's, so I understood and I was there and I put myself in her position. So I got to see a lot of how other people are struggling and the struggles that could occur from a car accident. It also helped me learn about the body. Being an injury adjuster, I had to take a lot of classes about the neck and the spine, and how physical therapy and chiropractic work affect the body, what kind of businesses are shady, and how much bills are for this kind of medical treatment. So that was interesting to learn. Not many people know how expensive it is and how it's affecting our economy and our healthcare business, and how people abuse the medications and how doctors just write medications for people. I did even try to persuade somebody to do yoga. I mean, not persuade, I'm not a doctor, but I was like, did you try yoga? When I was starting to get into it, and the guy just kind of scoffed at me, but I knew from my experience in being in a car accident that really helped. But yeah, but here I am now, and I am a Reiki master. Became a Reiki master in 2019. I've created a certain kind of dance class. I've co-led a retreat. Now I've birthed a baby, and I want to help empower women to have safe, natural births. And I never thought in a million years that would be my purpose. I didn't think I would be an auto claims adjuster. I didn't think that I'd become a Reiki master when I was younger. And I think the purpose is ever unfolding. I think sometimes your purpose is just to smile at the person in the grocery store and to have them have a good day. You just never know where your life is going to end up and who you're going to meet, and it's just based on all the choices that you make. But I am a walking story of manifestation and keeping your eye on your focus and what you want to create in life and how you want to feel. I wanted to be somewhere that was warm. I wanted to have more time. And I think inside I always wanted a family filled with love and feeling and spirituality, which I have now in my partner. And I get to do Kundalini with my little baby. Yeah, and I think that about wraps it up. If you're still with me, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, reach out. You can find me on Instagram at lauren.lovelight. Drop a purple heart if you resonate. If you've worked in insurance before and claims adjusting, let me know. And if you found solace in Reiki and meditation and you feel that it's really helped you with manifestation, let me know also how it's helped you. I hope to share more of my journey, and I'm grateful that I was able to provide this and allow Spirit to move through me. I want you to remember that you are so loved, that you are capable of so much. You are so strong. And you are able to build your heaven on earth, and you don't need to wait until after you retire. And you don't have to be a prisoner of a 401k or a job that really makes you feel miserable. Make a plan, make a focus, meditate on it, breathe into it, and know that you can create that life. You are deserving of that great life, and surround yourself with people who believe in you. That's what it took for me to get from where I was to here. Have a great day.